Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Family on a Dollar vlogs. I think this is day 4. So today my husband is off, and we usually try to do something together while he's off, some kind of little entertainment activity, even if it's nothing but like, renting a dollar movie or something like that. But today we were going to go to the movies because on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays our local theaters have like really cheap movies. They're the ones that's like on DVD already, but it's kind of cool because they're kind of newer ones that are on DVD, so a lot of them I haven't seen yet since we have a 2-year-old. We don't get to go to the movies a whole lot anyway. So a lot of the movies we haven't seen before. So we were going to go today and go to the movies because like for $4 you get admission to the movie, popcorn, and drinks. Well, then we were like so tired this morning, we just didn't get up out of bed. So now it's like 11 o'clock. We may still end up going shopping later today. Our little boy has his 2nd birthday coming up this month, so we've got to get some craft things to start making stuff for his birthday, as well as for our upcoming trip, even though we have plenty of time for our trip. Since his birthday and the trip kind of are the same kind of theme, a lot of the things we can just knock out while we're working on his birthday. So yeah, we may go do something later today, but it's kind of turned out like, kind of rainy. And it's thundering. It's not even really that the rain is so bad, but it's thundering and lightning pretty bad. So we're going to see if this passes over, and then we might go shopping later. But I hate driving in the rain, so we'll just kind of wait and see, maybe after nap time. But anyway, I'm on my way now to go get some cheap pizza, probably Little Caesars or something like that, where you can get a pizza for $5. So we're going to go do that, and we'll just see what happens today. Okay, so I have a little bit of a rant. And don't get me wrong, like, I understand what it's like to work retail or food service or whatever. Like, my husband works retail, and so, like, I always get so aggravated whenever people call and complain on him about something that's not even his fault because it looks bad on him or whatever. But I am just so mad, with Little Caesars right now. Okay, so here's the story. My husband wanted Little Caesars for lunch, and that's typically where we go for pizza now, even though we do really kind of prefer the taste of like Pizza Hut or other places like that. But Little Caesars is cheap, $5, you can feed your whole family with $5. That's pretty good. So we went to Little Caesars, and it's like 11:30 or something like that. So definitely, peak lunchtime. So, the speed of service really isn't an issue for me at that point because, it's peak lunchtime. I get behind a guy, like, there's just one other guy in front of me in the drive-thru, and then there's, you can see a few people inside. So I waited behind this one guy for like 5 minutes, and the thought, did cross my mind of, if his pizza's not ready, why don't they get him to pull forward? And, because I just wanted your plain pepperoni hot and ready pizza. So finally, this lady comes out of the restaurant, and she has pizza, and she's like, y'all, he's all by himself in there. He's the only one in there. Now, I don't know if that means that he was the only person, even like the cook, like if he was cooking and everything, but after seeing what he was put through, I seriously wouldn't doubt it. So my complaint is not with this guy. It's not with this kid who only looked to be about 17 or 18. So he wasn't even like, this grown adult that had been working at Little Caesars forever. He was like a, teenage kid. The guy in front of me finally got his pizza. So I pulled forward, and I could watch the guy on the inside. Like, he would go to the front counter, I guess take an order or whatever, and then he would go to the back. Then he would come back, go to the counter, then go to the back. So that's why I say, like, I really don't doubt that he was the one cooking the pizzas too. So finally, after I had waited a total of about probably 15 minutes total, the guy came to the window and asked what I wanted. And I said, well, I just want, the normal hot and ready pepperoni pizza. Hot and ready. and he said it was going to be 10 minutes. So I just left. Now, I don't usually complain about people because, you know, my husband works in retail. I've worked at a pharmacy before, so I know about dealing with people and how aggravating people could be. But I totally just contacted Little Caesars about this situation and not about the boy. So don't get me wrong. I don't blame this boy. It is not his fault. He was trying as hard as he could to keep that restaurant going, but he was the only one there. So my complaint with this restaurant is about the management, who clearly does not know how to make a schedule. So after I wasted all that time, I ended up going back to Walmart. So I did get a $5 pizza anyway. But man, you know, like if you have like some kind of place where you work in real retail or a restaurant or something like that, don't put your entire weight of your restaurant on this 17-year-old kid's shoulders, especially during peak lunchtime at your busiest part of the day, whenever you really do need 2 or 3 people working up there in the front. I understand like having to meet payroll and all that kind of stuff, and saving payroll, whatever. But this is lunchtime, and you have got a 17-year-old kid running the entire restaurant. And it's not like Little Caesars has like these random times. They're always busy. If I ever go to Little Caesars at this time of the day, there's always even way more people in line in front of me. I was really surprised I was only the second person in line. So they're usually even busier than this. So, I don't know. Thank you for listening to my rant. I feel so much better. But anyway, that's my rant. We're going to go eat pizza now and put the boy down for a nap, and then maybe we'll go shopping or something. So, I'm cooking dinner now. We are going to end up going shopping in a little while to look for my little boy some birthday presents and some craft things and stuff, just to get out of the house for a little while and have some fun. Oh, I'm drinking some Starbucks. This was one of the things, this is like a tip I have for you guys, like if you're like me and you really enjoy coffee, but you don't really enjoy the $5 price tag. I have a video on my other channel, FamilyWithADollar, that tells you a way that you can actually go to Starbucks and get coffee relatively cheap if you have like 2 people who want to drink some. But like at home, and whenever I get ready to go somewhere like I'm about to right now, I crave coffee like at night. It's kind of like a treat for me more than a wake up thing, although it does help give me a little energy boost as well. But one of the things that I do so that I feel like I'm having that treat without spending that money is I have these tumblers. I have several actually, like a couple of them I've gotten for birthdays and Christmases because I ask for them. And then some of them I found at like discount stores and stuff, but they're like actual, I don't know if you can see that, they're like actual Starbucks brand tumblers, and they're metal so they stay cold a while. And what I do is I go to like Walmart or Target or whatever, and I buy these. They're the Starbucks Caramel Macchiato. They also have mocha and vanilla, and then they even have seasonal ones. So like at Christmas time they have peppermint mocha, and then like in the fall they do have pumpkin spice latte. And so that costs about like $5 for that container, but I get about 4 cups of coffee out of it. So it is still kind of expensive because it does end up being like a little over $1 per cup, but that's a lot better than like $5 for 1 cup, so you can get 4 for the price of 1, and they're really good. So that, and it actually is Starbucks brand, so I actually feel like I'm having real Starbucks instead of having to spend that $5 price tag on 1 cup of coffee. But anyway, I like cold coffee. If you like hot coffee, you can probably get away even cheaper by brewing you some Starbucks K-Cups or whatever. We do have a couple of Starbucks mugs for hot coffee because my husband prefers the hot coffee. So anyway, that's just a little tip for you guys, that you can still have some of that really good prestige stuff for a much lower cost. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. It's one of those nights where we're just kind of working with what we have. Here's another little bit of advice for you. If somebody offers you food, take it. Even if like you already have a plan in place for what to eat that night, go ahead and take it anyway. My grandmother called me 2 nights ago and wanted to know if we wanted some of chicken. She barbecued chicken for the 3rd of July or whatever, but we had already had plans. So what I did was I took it anyway and I put it in the freezer. And sometimes I leave the things in there about a month or so before I actually get around to cooking them for my family. But she had a lot of chicken left over. And these are just chicken breasts that she barbecued, so I shredded them with a fork. So that's like free meat for me right there. Also had some cornbread mix already. I just mixed up a little cornbread. My macaroni is about to boil over, but I have macaroni and cheese that I already had some noodles in the pantry, so I'm just using what I had. And then she also had some turnip greens. Sorry, I just put my finger away. She also had some turnip greens that she gave us the other night, so I froze them as well. And I'm just reheating them back up with a little bit of bacon grease. And so that's what's for dinner tonight. We're just going to have like a little barbecue chicken dish. And it's pretty much all free because I didn't have to spend anything for tonight. I realized like I bought some of this stuff before, but it's been months ago that I've bought this stuff. So this is just one of those unplanned, work with what you have dinners. So we're going to eat real quick and then we're going to go shopping and I'll take you guys along with us for that. So here's the finished dinner tonight. Just some little barbecue chicken, some turnips, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread. And then Gavin has the same thing, but with a little bit of like clementine oranges or whatever. Yeah, wait, we gotta say blessing. Okay, so we just did our little Starbucks deal that I was telling you about. So we got coffee for 3 people for a little over $5. So there's mine, and there's his. Keith needed a little caffeine fix because he's been really tired today, so we had to get him a little caffeine fix. Yeah. Did you finish your coffee? Was that good coffee? Mm-hmm. You want to go look for your birthday present?
Oh.
I see. Do you want to go look? You want to go to Target?
I got.
Alright, let's go look for your present, okay? Okay guys, I'm like super excited. I've been wanting to get this for Gavin for like ever since I've seen it. And they have it at Walmart for like $20, and it's like this track that you put in the bathtub because he loves cars and he loves the bath, and so it combines the two. So yeah, it's a Hot Wheels track for the bathtub and it's on sale today. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
You gonna,
Hey.
you gonna get her?
Hey.
Hey.
I don't got the
Okay, so Target was a really good success because I have really been wanting to get him that for a while. So to get it for $6 or $7 cheaper than it normally is a great success because my plan was to kind of stay around $20 to $25 for his birthday present, and I'd already gotten him one little thing. So I really didn't want to spend $20 on that thing, so for $13 it was great. So now we're going to Goodwill to see if we can find some fun things over there. At Goodwill I bought something a little bit silly probably, but for our upcoming Disney trip I really wanted a new backpack. Like, I've got a nice backpack, but I usually jam pack it with like everybody's stuff, and then it gets kind of hard to find everybody's things. So I've decided this year like we'd probably all just kind of take our own bags because we'll have to have Gavin a change of clothes and all of our water bottles and snacks and things like that. So I saw this girl on YouTube that she actually had, you know, the typical little kid backpack, and it was so cute because she had, you know, like the Disney princess backpack. And so I was like, oh, I would like to do that, but I also didn't want to spend, you know, $20 or $30 on a backpack. But at Goodwill today they had this Disney princess backpack for $3.99, and it's like full-sized adult size. obviously it was made for a little kid, but I'm so going to rock this thing at Disney World. And somebody mentioned too, because my other backpack has like a whole bunch of pockets, and this one girl was like, you know, you would think that would keep you more organized, but in reality you just spend all your time trying to figure out what pocket things are in. So I do kind of like that this one just has, you know, the two major pockets, and then, you know, pockets on the side for water bottles. So yeah, I was pretty excited to find that. It was $3.99. So tonight from our shopping adventures, I have a lot of change. You'll see in my video telling you guys how I've come up with the money to go to Disney World. But whether you're saving for like a trip or a shopping fund, or, you know, just money for your savings account, this is a really good tip. Every time we go shopping, every week for like payday, we go ahead and pay our bills, and then whatever's left of the check, we cash out. So like, we leave a little bit in the account just in case like there's something that happens that we didn't quite account for or whatever. But we take the rest out in cash, and then so like when we shop, we pay with cash. So like tonight, whenever we went to Goodwill and the backpack was $3.99, we gave $4, and then a penny goes into our change. Or like when we went to Dollar Tree and it was like $3.30, even though I might have had 30 cents of change, I gave $4 and then I get 70 cents back. So even if something's like $5.01, I give $6 and get 99 cents back. And so whatever change I get through shopping goes into my Disney fund. And so when I get change, we have this little money counter thing, and so whenever they fill up, I roll the coins in this. I don't do like the Coinstar thing because that does take a percentage of your earnings away. So I just put it in this thing and I roll my coins, and then whenever I have a full roll, I put it in my my cookie jar fund or whatever. So anyway, that's just a good tip for you guys for if you have something to save for, because your change will add up really, really quickly. You'd be surprised at how quickly your change can add up.